Well, hello there, it's Ina here and welcome to my art room. Today I will be working on another three-dimensional piece. I start with this frame or little wall hanging. It is made out of wood, very sturdy. I also have a wooden kitty block here, which I cut in half. And these two pieces will serve me as shoulders because this is inspired by the human form and I want to add arms and legs that move. I used my E6000 to glue everything down. I used both the white and black version in this project. I also pulled out more kitty blocks here. I already marked the spots where I will have to drill some holes. Now I have this one really big yellow piece here and I marked it so I can cut it apart in order to have enough pieces. And then I have these eye screws and hook screws and I will attach them to the ends. So I will go on with the drilling in my garage. And here's the way it looks now. I actually added more glue to those wood pieces. I added the eye screws on the top there and here on the bottom. And now I can attach everything together. It works very easy. And for now, I leave it very loose. At the end, I will squeeze those hooks shut so that they don't come apart again. So here is the basic idea. I do extend the arms with those little squares I have just to make them the right size. I also will add the other two pieces for feet and also two smaller sized wooden cubes for hands. This project is of course part of our February 4-core challenge, and when I'm done with my process you will find the lineup of all your wonderful entries in this video, and towards the end I will give you the challenge for this month. So now my arms and legs are dry and I will add texture. I have this kind of fiber-like ribbon and it has just the right size to cover at least the broader sides of these wooden blocks. For the skinnier sides I will use some ribbon that just fits better, and for this process I used my simple tacky glue. And now this is a good time, I think, to turn you over to some music. If there's anything you need to know, I will put it in the captions. I think it's all pretty easy. I might pipe up so in between if I need to explain something. Otherwise, I will talk to you towards the end. Enjoy. Explanation. I did exchange the duplo piece for this wooden bead and a little bit of chain. I drilled a hole all the way through the box in order for this thing to hang securely, and I realized that the turn action of the duplo piece was no longer needed. my guy is all done. It took me a bit longer than I thought, mainly because I changed my mind a few times. I actually had a styrofoam ball for a head to start with, but it just didn't fit the overall look. So I'm more happy with the square head, even though it looks more like a robot. It has the XP on one side and the 28 on the other side, which led me to give him the name XP28, but you can call him Explore, and he's the keeper of the internal power. And of course, that's within his belly. That's also his accessories. And I think it's a really nice arrangement of interesting things. I like the rusted, unpainted look, contrary to the rest of his body. Now this guy is a bit heavy, but the chain is strong and will support him. I like that the head moves from side to side, arms and legs move, and yeah, I'm quite happy with the way he came out. But enough of my guy. Now it is time to have a look at all of your wonderful creations. I want to give a really big thank you to all of you for playing along. Please join in again in this month's challenge, which will come up right after the lineup. Tell your friends about our monthly challenges. The more, the merrier. Here it is. Enjoy. So like always, we had another amazing lineup, and I was so thrilled to see how many of you took up the challenge and thought outside the box and stepped out of your comfort zone and came up with such interesting designs and ideas. I thought it was just amazing. I know you enjoyed it too, and another big thank you to all of you who participated. Now, if you are new to the 4 Core Art Challenge, please go below in my description box and follow the link to my intro video. There you will find all the details you need to play along. It's all very simple. So let's get started with our March 4 Core Challenge, and this month we will be working on something a bit more dimensional again. When I started all these challenges, I started with mixed media collages, and so this month we will go back to that idea. Now, the mixed media collage for this month will have a theme, and that is liftoff. Now, liftoff could mean all kinds of things. You could go the mechanical route, it could be a rocket, an airplane, definitely could be an animal, a bird, a butterfly, but there are also many other things that could lift off. So it's some kind of a movement, something that will speak to you in a way of, ooh, something is happening here, something is going somewhere. So instead of using other themes I had thought about wings or flight, I thought this would include a lot more ideas. So this is what we're going to go for, a mixed media collage with the theme liftoff. So that's point number one. And as part of that point, I just want to say, if you work with several mediums and collage elements, you want a sturdy substrate. So you could use artist board, you could use a sturdy art paper, maybe you have some canvas board. I like to work on chipboard pages, or of course there's always a canvas. You could definitely work in an art journal, whatever you prefer. A sturdy piece of cardboard could work as well. All right, now for number two would be to please include several collage pieces and several mediums in order to make it a mixed media collage. Now you can go about it in different ways. You can make a background out of collage pieces and then your main focal point could be painted, or you can go the other way around where you have a painted background and then your main focal point would be a collage image. So that is completely up to you. So let's see what we can work with. Definitely paper. I have all kinds of cardboard. Corrugated cardboard gives you a little bit of texture. There are brown paper bag. There are some sewing patterns here. There are always napkins. Not only do they have nice pattern and colors, but they also have images. Of course, there is always magazine for the paper and the images. You can use handmade papers like jelly prints, you can use craft paper, newspaper, book pages, and you name it, whatever you have handy. You can of course also go the fiber route. You can use lace, and we have some cheesecloths and some tassels here, fabric, and so on. You can do a combination of all. It's really up to you what you like to work with. So that would be part number two. Use at least several elements, but how much and how little, it's up to you. You need to find the balance between the mediums, your paints and your markers, and maybe you like to stamp or stencil. You can use texture paste and your collage elements. You figure out what works for you. And yes, I always like to encourage you to use several mediums. So please try to not just have one piece of collage or just one piece of medium, but at least several in both. So that was part number two. Part number three would be to include at least one image. You can absolutely include more. And that image could be a collage image, but it could also be a painted image. That's up to you. Again, you have to find what works for you. Of course, most likely your focal point or your image will have to do with the theme. But then again, maybe you will come up with something else. So that's part number three. And number four would be to include a black and white accent. It could be done with paint, it could be done with markers or whatever else you might have, and it could be little or more. It could be white dots and black lines. It could be black circles and white squiggles, whatever you want to do. It could have to do with outlining your images, enhancing them. You figure that out. And that would be part four. So in quick review, part one, mixed media collage with the theme liftoff. Make sure you use a sturdy substrate. Part number two, use several collage pieces and several mediums. So to fulfill the mixed media collage idea. Number three, include at least one image. You can definitely include more images. So images would be something concrete, not a color, not a shape, but an image. And that could be again taken from your collage section or from your medium section. It could be an image from a magazine, or it could be painted or stenciled or stamped, or you name it. And most likely it will be the one that points us to the theme. And number 4, please add a white and black accent. It could be done in whatever medium you like. And that's it. Fairly simple this month, but I think it gives a lot of opportunities for your own interpretation, your own ideas, and I can't wait to receive your photos. Like always, you have the rest of the month to work on it, and at the end of this video you will find one more time the list for this challenge. Anytime you have a question, please let me know so below in the comments or in my email. All the information you need to participate are again in my intro video, and you will find also a few things below in my box. Alright, I think that's all I had for today. Please stay safe, stay creative, and come and see me soon again. I will be back latest by next Friday. Bye bye for now.